The United States now has a new volcanic eruption. Late on the evening of March 27th, while many eyes were tuned in to observe Iceland's latest eruption, an unexpected volcanic eruption occurred at another volcano in a similarly cold climate. This occurred in the United States' Aleutian Islands, where at 7:36 p.m. local time on a populated island, an explosion was detected at the Atka volcano. The aforementioned explosion marked an 11-second-long phreatic eruption as recorded by nearby sensors that produced a plume of gases and likely minor ash which rose above the Korovin cone's summit crater. Phreatic eruptions are essentially the volcanic equivalent of a steam explosion which do not eject any lava. They still can be destructive and large in size, but this latest eruption was neither of these. Due to the eruption's small size, likely rating on the Volcanic Explosivity Index as a 1, the small town of Atka, centered 12 miles to the south, did not experience any adverse effects. As a result of what may have been only a one-off explosion, the alert level of the Atka volcano was raised from green to yellow. A series of 2 low-magnitude earthquakes followed during the next 90 minutes, suggesting that there still might be additional steam which could produce more explosions. Although no ashfall was spotted on Korovin's summit from satellite, I have a strong suspicion that something was deposited, perhaps a bit less than this image taken after a similarly sized phreatic eruption which occurred in 2004. Thus, I ask that if anyone living in Atka sees this video and there is some fresh ash on Korovin's summit to please send me a photo. For context, the Atka volcanic complex doesn't merely consist of one central stratovolcano, which, much like the Three Sisters in Oregon, instead consists of multiple separate stratovolcanoes. Atka consists of 4 stratovolcanoes and 2 satellite stratocones, with the 4 stratocones being called from oldest to youngest Konia, Sarajev, Kluchev, and Korovin. To potentially make things more confusing, some classification schemes actually consider Korovin and only Korovin to be part of a separate volcanic complex from the other 3 stratovolcanoes. This is owed partially to its primarily basaltic rather than andesitic or dacitic eruptive products and its separate magma chamber at a depth of 2 to 5 kilometers or 1.2 to 3.1 miles below sea level. This means that depending on the classification scheme used, either Korovin or Atka just produced a volcanic eruption. In historic times, 17 eruptions have been observed, 3 from Kluchev, which last erupted in 1995, and 14 from Korovin. Both of these volcanic cones have large geothermal fields on their flanks with 11 known centers of activity including hot springs, carbon dioxide gas seeps, and fumaroles. The vast majority of historical eruptions were phreatic, like what just occurred, where groundwater related to its vast geothermal system seeped into its magma conduit and was heated to such an extent that 1 or more explosions occurred. 11 of 17 prior eruptions fit this description. Most of these eruptions lasted under a day. 6 eruptions lasted longer and were a degree more explosive, while 2 were large enough to cause ashfall on the city of Atka and send ash plumes to a height of 35,000 feet. It is unclear what exactly will happen next, but given Atka's history, life should continue as fairly normal with a low but still possible chance that more phreatic explosions will occur.